constantly watching YouTube videos wondering, what are these people talking about when they're talking about storing food and saving money and grocery shopping once a month? This is the video for you. I'm going to show you exactly how I store all of my food. Just finished up a workout and I just want to talk really quick about food storage. I was downstairs in my basement. That's where our gym is. It's really just some mats, a barbell, and a rowing machine. But I have my food storage down there. Would you like to join? Just make coffee. It serves our family so well. So I just want to talk about exactly what we do for food storage and kind of show you and give you a sneak peek in there as well. So the first thing and the most important thing that we do is utilize freezers. And this might sound crazy to you if you're used to just buying everything super fresh, or if it just isn't the first thing that pops into your mind when you're talking about food storage. Did I wake her up? Are you sure? Can you finish this? Hi, Munchkin. Oh, you're so smiley. Oh man, honey, she's so cute. So basically we bought extra freezers to keep downstairs, and we utilize this for everything. And this makes my life a lot easier because I don't have to can things. I can just put them in, well, I'll also put them in glass jars, and then I'll put them in the freezer, or I'll put things in Ziploc bags and put them in the freezer. This is great for when you are buying things in bulk and you want to extend the shelf life of something. So say you buy, obviously, like a really great example of this that a lot of people do is buying a quarter of a cow or a half a cow, you put the rest in your freezer, but this works super well for anything that's in season. We do this with strawberries. We will freeze whole strawberries in season, or I'll puree the strawberries and freeze the puree. I'll do this for salsa. We actually really prefer salsa that has been frozen rather than canned. It's not cooked as long. It tastes much more fresh. We will do this for things like liver pate, for bone broth. I make homemade ice cream in the summertime with like summer fresh raw milk and egg yolks, and we freeze that. We use it for anything, vegetables. It takes minimal time for processing stuff and getting it into the freezer, and then I think things preserve really well and for a really long time. So with canning, things preserve okay, but you need a lot of sugar, you need a lot of vinegar. I don't think it's the most nutritious way to preserve food, and I still do it because there are certain things I like to have canned. But for your overall diet, that is not going to be the most nourishing for your body because so many of the nutrients are lost as you're canning it. So freezing is one of my favorite methods. It preserves things really well, and it allows us to grocery shop once a month and keep everything in the freezer. I freeze lots of butter as well. That is just like my number one top way of preserving and keeping food and having food stored in our house. That being said, it can go really wrong. If you lose power and you don't have a generator, you could lose so much food. So you have to make sure that you're constantly making sure the doors are shut on the freezers. You could put like a little latch or a lock on the freezer, and that if you're going away on a trip, you have someone come over your house maybe a couple times and just check on things, or that you keep a generator on hand so that when you do have big snowstorms like we have today here in Maine, that if you lose power, you have a generator that can run the freezers for you so that you don't lose literally thousands of dollars of food, because that would just suck. And then the other way we like to preserve food is by putting them in 5-gallon buckets in the basement with the gamma lids that screw on. It's pretty standard, I would say, in the like food storage community. So if you search it, you will easily find it. But if you don't want to spend money on 5-gallon buckets, I know that there are some restaurants and stores that you can go to and request their food grade buckets. But these are great for storing things like sugar, flour, oats, wheat berries, anything like that, rice, any grains or dry goods you can store in those. And then we also take totes and we store like smaller packaged items in totes in the basement as well. That's a great way to store food. And then our last way that we store and preserve food in our basement would be through canning, which I just kind of explained to you. I do utilize canning for things like jams if I have the time to can it. If not, I'll throw it in the freezer. But jams, sometimes I'll do pickles or relish. I really like refrigerator pickles, chutney, stuff like that, elderberry syrup. And then along with the freezers, we also use a refrigerator, and I use this for lacto-fermenting items. So I'll put those lacto-fermented items in the refrigerator. They'll last a lot longer. You can store like big bunches of carrots and beets in the refrigerator, and that will last a super long time. Even cabbage, you can just put cabbage in the refrigerator and it will last so long. Yeah, those are all of our main methods of storing things. And if you want to start storing food, saving money on your food, buying things in bulk, I would highly recommend starting off with just buying an upright freezer refrigerator. So an extra refrigerator to go in your basement. This gives you, your freezer side, your refrigerator side. You can buy some more fresh vegetables in bulk. You can start lacto fermenting. You can have space for that. And then you also have the freezer space to start freezing extra meat, extra butter, seasonal fruits, seasonal vegetables. You can start off with that, and then maybe you want to buy an upright freezer, you want to buy a chest freezer. I really like the upright freezer the best. It's easy to find things, it stores well. The chest freezer is also really nice. You can get little baskets that go in there too. I would start with the upright, just regular extra refrigerator and some 5-gallon buckets and just go from there. One or the other, you can look on Facebook Marketplace. You can find those things for really cheap, but I guarantee you it will give you the space to be able to start buying things in bulk, and you're gonna feel so good. And you're just like you have all that extra stuff stored on hand. And also, you'll be able to start saving so much money on your grocery bill. So I hope this was helpful. Please take a look at our other videos. We have so many that talk about saving money on your monthly grocery bill, and I'm so glad that you joined. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post a new video every single week, and I will see you again here soon.